I'm just making something up.
Okay.
And maybe there's a market of like, at the Ren Fen, there's like, 1,000 other people that love this mug.
Yeah.
Then,
How did you go from skull vases to mugs?
I don't know. And maybe Voss is a mug. I don't know. Whatever you're building,
Yeah.
making, manufacturing, selling, like if the market is small, that's fine. You can have a niche market and a product that serves a very niche problem.
Mm-hmm.
But what you can't have is, your addressable market being 1,000 people, and then you have an idea that you think you're going to build a company worth billions,
Mm-hmm.
right? If your market's only 1,000 people, you can only charge that, and you're charging, $10 a vase, right? That's kind of your revenue. That's your obtainable market share.
Yes.
And maybe you could sell them a new mug every year with a different design, but it's not going to be, this rapid scalable revenue model.
Yeah.
Versus I've got a problem that 90% of the population deals with, or Skims maybe 50% of the population, 52% of the population is women, and you're targeting women, and maybe 80% of those women want shapewear, so you got your market right there.
Yeah.
Versus House of
Darion.
It's like, okay, what is that? Was it for women? Okay, so it's the same 52%, but of those 52%, how many want that or need that style?
Yeah.
And I think that's a lot of high fashion is built the same way. And I think Skims does some interesting stuff, kind of like Apple, and a lot of the higher end where they do limited release stuff where you're creating artificial demand because you're limiting supply.
Yes.
And
Similar to a Jellycat that can only be bought from the Jellycat
exactly.
store.
So I mean, that is
in
that.
New York.
Yeah, supply side, economics there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like some of those high end designer bags. It costs a lot to buy them because there's just not so many of them.
Yeah.
And the manufacturing quality is supposedly better because it's handcrafted. But if you only produce 1,000, like Rolexes, they only produce so many.
Mm-hmm.
So it creates a demand because there's only the scarcity of it.
Mm-hmm. And then I also think it has to do with your systems, right? The one thing that Skims did right is the ease of being able to purchase their products,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's so easy. You just go boop, 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 boop. But
Almost
like
now,
Amazon.
yeah.
Well,
Amazon,
now,
if you can buy anything on Amazon, but the difference between Amazon and Skims is, right, if you're a drop shipper or you're making something and you sell it through Amazon, Amazon owns all that customer data. Amazon owns the relationship with the customer. You do not, right?
is that true?
Yeah, you're a wholesaler.
So if you're a wholesaler on Amazon, you don't get access to the.
I don't think you get access to this customer's data. You're not going to get their credit cards. You're not going to get their email address. You're
Oh,
not going to
really?
get well, how would you if you go to
I don't
buy it off
know.
Apple? On Amazon, you just a couple clicks and you bought it.
That's interesting.
I think you're just a wholesaler. You're just fulfilling orders, order fulfillment.
Huh. Now I want to test that.
Well, you sell books on Amazon. You don't get everybody's email that bought the book.
My publisher sells books on Amazon.
Right.
I don't know how that works. Not sure. Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Something to look into. But that just also made me think of there's this one company that I use for makeup.
Okay.
And not buying makeup, but actually makeup services. And I go to this company because it is so easy to book an appointment. Their online system, and this isn't an ad, this is just, it made me think of this. And because as a consumer, I want things to be simple, right? I don't have to call anybody to schedule a makeup appointment for somebody to come do my glam, right? For TV shows.
I think that goes for any company.
Yeah.
Any product you're selling, you want to reduce the friction and the barriers to selling.
Yeah.
And I can tell you firsthand, having done a services-based business like SaaS business. Look at SaaS business. How easy is it to buy a license, a software, right? And it didn't used to be that way when you had to like buy software and they ship you a DVD or CD or floppy disk or whatever back in the day. And even doing service, but you look at, okay, what's my buyer's profile? The person buying it. If I'm trying to sell, a service at $40,000, right, or $70,000, and you realize, oh, the people that want to buy my product, a lot of times they may have budgetary approval for up to 50,000, so that influences how you want to price it. And then you're like, oh, okay, well, it has to go through the procurement channels even if it's 50,000. Okay, what's the easiest way to get the procurement channel? Do I need a master services agreement? Can I do it as a purchase order? How do I get it purchased? And finding all those things out to say, okay, here's the lowest friction possible way to sell it. And then that's how you go sell.
Yeah.
Because if it's a high touch, high friction to buy, oftentimes the sale will fall apart, right?
Yes.
Time kills all deals.